Last year, the time is very difficult for deaf people to get a lot of information about the COVID. They feel like they're not safe. They're very scared that they don't have any information. I have to do something. So I go to Ministry of Health, ask like, is it possible if I do sign language in the COVID news?
Adding the sign language into that daily update was very powerful to raise a public awareness about sign language.
Some people think negative. I feel very like sad is there, angry is there.
I think for those people who have that negative attitudes, simply I think they just did not have enough understanding about disability, and sometimes they didn't know how to respond.
On Facebook, I explain for people who don't understand what I'm doing. I'm not the entertainer. I do sign language for deaf people who cannot hear, who cannot speak, who cannot get any news or any information from COVID.
I think once people understand it, they accept it, and then the attitude change.
The attitudes is change a lot, and people want to learn more sign language.
PICO is a basic education program supported by Australia here in Laos. PICO is doing a more gender and inclusive education curriculum and is working with the Ministry of Education and Sport. We discussed that all the training videos for teachers need to be dubbed in sign language. And that's how we start with Sopaporn to dub sign language into the teacher training videos.
I want to change mind for hearing people. When I first met deaf people, I think it's in 2008. I was a volunteer with my mom. I never met deaf people before in my life. All the time, like 1 week, 2 times. I always go to the deaf group and learn sign language from them. And then I asked them, can you give me a name in sign language? So they give me my name like this. From 2008, I used that name like this. They said like hearing people, they don't understand who we are. They just think like we are deaf and we don't have brain.
I think the common challenges of a child with hearing impaired is simply to continue further school.
I was born deaf. My parents tried to take me to the local school, but I got bullied a lot. So I just stayed at home alone without anyone talking to me. Things really changed for me when I had the chance to study with other deaf. Whenever I had to go home for school break, I was really sad because I felt like I didn't have anyone to talk to. But when the school reopened, it was great because I met people just like me.
The training video is accessible for everyone. It could be accessed by any teachers or children with hearing impaired. But also we use that as an advocacy tools to show people that there's a way to communicate with people with hearing impairment.
So for me, I think inclusion is very difficult, especially for hearing impaired people. I want information to reach the deaf people as much as possible. So there is a need to have more people who do sign language so that deaf people can understand and receive information.
For the typical day for our school, Hand Support School, they learn mathematics, they read, they write so fast. It makes me like, okay, what I did, what I start before until now, is not useless at all. Give them a chance to study, and you will see how much they can do, how much they can learn, how much they can speak, how much they can write, how much they can communicate, how much they can show their ideas.
So I think those children growing up, we have a more chance compared with my time. We have more chance to understand people with disability more, much more. I believe so, yeah.